My name is Jane Garabedian, and we're here at our store at Creative Walls Paint and Wallpaper at 1773 Boston Road, Springfield, Massachusetts. I run the store, and we've been doing it since 1988, June of 1988, so we're now on our 37th year. Grandpa was doing a lot of work with the Friendly Restaurant chain. He, at that time, thought it was a good idea to open up a wallpaper paint store. He had a gentleman named Ron Govin who had decided he did not want to wallpaper anymore, and he was very interested in starting a new career. And so Poppy approached him and asked him if he would be interested in running Creative Walls. Poppy also said to me, I think that you would love to do this because you love decorating, you love wallpaper, and with Ron's help, we're going to start the business. We had purchased this facility a few years earlier, and we had added on the garage, and we had decided to add on to expand the building. It was a Wendy's building that we expanded to go into 2 more units, and one was going to be Creative Walls and one was going to be another tenant in our building. So I came in part-time. I was only supposed to be working part-time, but fast forward, that didn't last very long, and here I am 37 years later. We were Benjamin Moore, as you know, and then from there we became Hunter Douglas, and Barbara came on board with me in 1997. She remained with us all the way up till now, and so we took it much further than we ever expected in doing a lot of custom work for our customers. We expanded with carpet at area rugs, and we became the local go-to store. So very proud of what we became. It was a lot of hard work. What I remember so vividly is when we first opened the store, I was really nervous. It was a tough curve. I just turned 40. I was a female running the store, basically. That was a huge challenge for me because I was in a man's world as far as I was concerned. I would go to meetings with Ben Moore. I was so proud to represent Ben Moore. And I was even prouder as a woman to be in a man's industry, a major, it was primarily male. So I had to win the approval of a lot of people in both my knowledge and the ability to run the company. My mother, having the background of a seamstress, her teaching me at a very young age how to do crafts, sewing, knitting, everything, that was the makeup of what our store became. Between my father's expertise in wall covering and his knowledge of paint, it was easy for me to transition. Where I was shy on my knowledge was more in the paint department. I would sit there and take notes, hours on end. Spend a lot of time studying, taking courses, learning, and then it became easier and easier. Never wanted my customers to think they weren't coming to a knowledgeable store. What I enjoy the most is the people who walk through my door. I'm very social. We have gone through generations. We've watched babies come into the world. We've watched them grow. We've watched them now come into our store. I can really say 95% of our customers are long-term customers. So for us, the biggest reward is our customer base. In the 90s, the market was very strong. I had the opportunity to start working with Friendly Restaurant chains. It was a challenge, and it was a challenge that they entrusted me with. I supplied wall covering to probably 600 or 700 stores, of which probably 300 or 400 of them were my own designs. For them to entrust me with that kind of responsibility was probably my greatest accomplishment. We had quite a few employees at that time because they would help me with the 54-inch wide goods for wall covering, and I would take the designs sometimes that they would have designers do from outside, and I would take their designs and I would put it out to bid, and I successfully would win these bids. It was a wonderful time for Creative Walls because we were in our infancy at that time as far as our account with them, and it just blossomed, and it was just a wonderful experience, and it gave me the courage to learn more than I even knew about at that time, and I did it. I did it. It is very difficult to be a brick and mortar store in this day and age, and so because of that, we have many challenges. When COVID hit, it was very difficult because we did shut down the store from March to June, and I had the door locked, but I was able to operate because of the type of business that we had. I was by myself, and I would have the store open from like 9 to 3 taking physical orders, and then I would turn around and fulfill my orders. I was very, very fortunate that I had major companies that worked with me that wanted to help me along the way, and if I didn't know how to do something, they helped me do it. In 2006, 7, and 8, when the market turned and things were, again, it was a difficult time in the economy. That was a challenging time, and especially in the wallpaper industry. We were so strong in wallpaper, it was something that I never wanted to give up on, and I didn't. We are the only store, probably within a 50 to 75 mile radius, that has continued to sell wallpaper all these years. Jen Powell, my wallpaper girl, wallpaper stores in the area, so her livelihood is now being challenged. My fabricator, Georgina Hamilton, we had the privilege of doing some beautiful homes on Nantucket, and a lot of business came in that way for her. My contractors, all of them have been supported by us over the years, and they've been very loyal to us. So it's a trickle-down effect. I hate the idea that there aren't stores like ours left. One thing that customers have said, we give them our time and our energy, and we're happy to do that. And we do it because we just feel that that is a lost art, the art of conversation without having a screen in front of somebody and pushing a button. We feel, and I know this is something our whole family feels, is that when you take the personalization out of something, it brings a whole different dimension to the purchase or the project in front of them. It's so satisfying to us to see somebody get so excited when they're about to pick out a wallpaper, or they now come in and they say, oh my God, this looks beautiful. It doesn't look like this online. Those are the things that we have to offer. We are so knowledgeable about what our products are in every department, and that's what has been our key to success, because people trust us, and we're the local store. When a store like ours goes away, where you're no longer supporting the local people, that is something that's really hard to take. Final thoughts. Maybe I should have retired a little earlier to enjoy life. Happiness comes in all kinds of forms. And for me, it was running Creative Walls. It's bittersweet. To my grandchildren, your success comes in a lot of ways. Your happiness comes in a lot of ways. Hopefully you'll find your path and you'll be able to move forward. And if you can retire and know that you gave joy to other people as well as yourself, then that's a good thing. Do what you love, be passionate about what you love. You go to school and you learn, and you can take advantage of those things, but you have to love what you do in this world, and that will give you satisfaction too. So.
Give me a woo! You did it!
Oh, they're kissing.
This is it.
You did it!
Look at, we're all here. Wait, let's get one with just mom and dad.
Great job.
Yeah, just